Hi, Leandro. How are you? Good afternoon.
Teacher, good afternoon. I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine too. Sorry, it was like taking long to connect, but now it is. It is on. All right. So, on a previous class, we were having a conversation about the outdoor activities. And well, in
No, teacher, we didn't have this conversation. We
oh,
had a
really?
conversation about
This one.
this one. What is your favorite TV program?
Yeah, sorry. I was in another slide. All right. And well, now we are going to start talking about unit number 4, and we will begin with vocabulary in this unit. And well, in this last unit on this model, you're going to be reviewing about phrases with take. As you know, take is a verb, but whenever we are putting this word in a phrase, it will be changing the meaning. So here are just some examples on these words. Let's see, the first one, take a shower. What is the meaning of this phrase? Do you know?
Having a bath, I think.
Correct. A synonym for this is having a bath.
Yeah.
And that's this one, take a vacation.
It's like go on holiday
Yeah. Take a chance.
and like have an opportunity and do it.
Correct. Take a picture.
And with a camera of your cell phone, like take a picture. I don't know. It's to take a photo.
Correct. Take a seat.
Like sit down on a
Mhm.
chair.
Perfect. Take an exam.
It's like do an exam.
Take a
Take
taxi.
take a taxi. Okay, and take a taxi is like um go up on a taxi. I don't know if it's correct. The
Mm-hmm. Like go onto a vehicle, right?
go into vehicle. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, perfect. Can you read on the next one?
Take care is like being careful.
Very good.
Take a risk is like not being careful. Take a survey is taking a is like doing a questionnaire about something.
Perfect.
Take advice is when someone advises you something and you do the thing that someone told you,
Perfect.
the recommendation that someone told you. Take part, it could be in like um, being part of something, like one activity. Take part of this. Oh,
Mm-hmm. And in this one here,
oh I can't read it featured when it's
really, you can see it?
no because the menu of Zoom like participants chat and the audio is not don't allows me to see that.
All right. Well, it says take a medicine, which
It's
is the
um it's like when a doctor when a doctor tells you that you have to drink this medicine, you just drink that or take a pill of that.
great. Perfect. Take a decision.
Okay, take a decision is like you have two options and you choose one of them.
Great. And this one, take it apart.
Take it apart. I'm not sure about this, but I could say like that is like um like living it, like let it let it go. I don't know. I don't really know. What does it mean?
Yes, take it apart is basically like saying, take it away, right?
Yeah, exactly, like take it away.
Hmm.
Okay. Take
Very
part.
good.
Take part or what? Or take notes. Okay.
Yes, take part.
Take part, as I told you, is like being part of some activity. I think like you do something on an activity, like a part of that activity.
Perfect.
Take time. It is like spend time on doing something.
Mhm,
Take a bite. I think that is like taste something, like a little bit of something, some food,
mhm.
or no, not just food. Like it could be also with money. I think. I I'm not sure.
Perfect. And this one?
Take note is like when your teacher or someone is telling you something like about a theme. You take note about that, like the most important things to remember that.
And this one?
Take it apart. We just did it.
Ah,
Please take it away.
we just did it. I'm sorry. This one, please. Here.
Take your time. Is like telling saying someone like he can spend the time he needs to do something.
hmm Correct.
Take sides. I don't know what does it mean that.
It's whenever you are in between, like for example, two groups and you have to take sides, whether to go to group number one or group number two,
It's
or
like
decision or opinion in one person and in between another.
it's like take a decision between two options.
Taking part of it, take sides. Yes, being part of that decision.
Okay.
Yeah. And the next one, please.
Take it from me is like that you want that thing. You want that thing. I don't know how can I say it. You don't want that thing inside you. I think something like that.
hmm
And you just say, take it from me.
Take it from me. And this one?
Take it or leave it is like an ultimatum. I don't know if in English is the same. And take it or leave it is like
Mm,
when you have a decision, when someone tells you a decision and you take it or leave that decision.
Perfect. Yes, exactly. All right. So in this unit, you will be reviewing around 8 to 10 phrases, but here we review a little bit more. So do you have any doubts or questions about these phrases we take?
I don't think so. I think
All
all
right, perfect. Then I think we can start with the practice.
okay.
There you go. Please work on it and let me know when you're done. Thank you.
Okay. I've already finished, teacher.
Great. And how did you do on this practice?
I think good, but I think that um, did I have to put the complete phrases in the quiz or just the letters?
Oh, well, the in the instructions, was there a further explanation on the instructions? Sometimes when there is, you just have to follow. Let's see. Oh, okay. They can read their dialogue and complete it with phrases A to E in boxes. Oh, yes, you had
Yeah,
to just
yes,
write
yes.
down the letter.
The phrases
Yeah,
or
according to these phrases, you had here option A, don't take him seriously. So you had to write here, if you think it was A.
oh, did I have to put a, not the
Hmm.
phrase?
Not the phrase, just the letter, no? That
Oh,
corresponds.
that's why I
Hmm.
got all wrong there.
Yeah, that's it. And here it was option C.
Yeah, yeah, I put
I
a
can't take it anymore. Oh, yes, I can take it anymore. Don't take him A, correct? And here, take it easy, B, correct? I have taken E, yeah, okay. I'll help take your minds, yes. And this one, B. Okay, everything is correct here. And what else
and
here?
there it is. I got wrong in that.
Will take part in Sunday's final at the talent contest. So they will be part of.
Yes, I got wrong on that.
Mhm.
But in the first part, can I repeat the first part, or it doesn't matter because as you read, all is good.
Well, in number one, you're talking.
Yeah, number one, not number two. Number two, I got wrong.
Oh, all right, yes. The singers will take part, no, will be part of the show, meaning that.
No, no, no. In the first part of the quiz, can I repeat it, like putting the letters instead of
Oh,
the?
yeah, sure. You have the link. You can do it again. No worries. Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Work on
putting.
it, please. Yeah, I will
Okay,
delete this one.
okay. I
Go
will.
ahead.
I will let you know.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, TJ. Yeah, that will be. Thank you. Did your I've already finished?
All right. Perfect. So you want to see your score now?
I think I yes, I think. TJ, I have a question. And what does it mean, like wind people up or wind me up? You like annoy?
Wind me up.
Yes, in the conversation, like in the fourth line, it says he just likes to wind people up.
Yeah, it's like father, right?
like bother, isn't it?
Yeah, it is like model. Wine. Mm, wine like WINNE. It was on the listening or it was vocabulary?
No, it's in the fourth line of the conversation in the first part.
Oh, here
Yeah, yeah, yes, in the fourth line.
in the fourth line, the first, the second, the third, and oh, wind people up. Oh,
Ah, it's
okay.
Wayne. Okay,
Wind.
Wayne.
Ah, all right. I was like whining because whining is also to enroll. All right.
Okay, then
So
what is
wind
it?
people, yes, wind people out is basically to let the people continue talking or giving their ideas, like giving their more ideas so they can continue talking and talking and talking. You know, do you
Okay, yeah,
understand
yeah, I
this
think.
part? It's like sometimes he really winds me up. It's like sometimes he really push me into continuing continuing talking about whatever I want to, you know?
Okay, yeah,
In
understand.
Spanish, there is a phrase with this word, whining, wind.
Like dar
Mm.
cuerda.
Yes, letting people talk. Yeah, dar cuerda. Yes,
Okay, yeah, understand. Thank you.
in the figurative, no,
Yeah,
not
in
in
the
the
figurative.
literal. Yes.
Okay, yeah, understand. Thank you.
That's it. So letting people talk and talk. All right. And well, next we have here an conversation activity in which we are going to be talking about outdoor activities. Let's see.
Okay.
Nowadays, this is not possible. No, of course, that with all the biosecurity and everything, you can, but still, it's kind of difficult to be exercising or working out outdoors because you never know. No, in the middle of the pandemic, many things can happen. So,
Mm,
what outdoor activity do you participate in? If you want, we can talk about before the pandemic. That would be better, I guess.
okay, it
Mhm.
will be better, I think. And what outdoor activity? I used to participate in an outdoor activity with my friends that we rode a bike, I think. Rode a bike along. Rode. Me and my friends used to uh, go on our bikes for Mayasa and for that places. Like
All
for that.
right, around how many hours?
And it was like all the morning until from 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. I think. On yes,
Wow,
yes, a lot of hours.
so many hours. And
Yes.
well, did you get enrolled with that activity?
Like 2 years ago, yes, I think they were 2 or 3. And my parent, my father bought me a bike because I've never had one. I know how to ride a bike, but I've never had one. Then when he gave that to me, I was really amazed, really happy, and I just said, I want to ride my bike." And have my friends have had a bike too in those days, and I told him, and let's ride a bike and for my ass and for that kind of places. Like every weekend, it was like yes, every weekend.
Wow, that's amazing. And who motivate you to be enrolled on the riding your bike?
I think like anyone, I could say like me because I when I had that bike because I don't have it anymore because my mom sold it for mistake, and I just I loved that bike and I also went to the school on that bike or as I told you I used to go to my ass in that bike, but my motivation like just because I wanted to.
Well, that's very nice. So you do a lot of cardio there and a lot of leg exercise.
Yes, exactly.
Wow,
Like
that's
it was
amazing.
something that I
And
was like,
nowadays, that's one of the outdoor sports that is very popular, especially on the during the quarantine time.
yes,
People,
exactly.
people got involved with this outdoor activity a lot. So, but that's very nice, and it's another way of keeping yourself and your body healthy. So
Yes,
that's
it's also
nice.
fun. It's really fun.
Yes, of course. And right now you must be as healthy as possible because you never know.
Yes. Not as I want, not as I would want, but I think yes, because as I told you, my mom sold my bike like 1 year, 1.5 year ago.
Mhm.
Like for a mistake, she should have, uh, she should have sold. I think she should have sold another bike, but for a mistake, she sold mine,
Mm,
and that was the end of my bike. But now I have another bike that is my brother's bike, and I usually ride on that.
right. Yes. And nowadays, I don't know, because of the pandemic and they realize that most of the people now are riding more bikes. They prefer riding their bikes instead of like taking the bus. So they are even new ones, and there have also been a lot of development, I will say, and also technology in terms of bike bike building, because nowadays you see bikes that they weigh less than your finger. You can lift it with your finger, with one finger. So that's amazing.
Yes, they are
Actually,
so light. I think they're so light.
yeah, they're so light. Like with your finger, with one finger. I was very amazed with that. Of course, I'm not a big fan, but recently, yeah, my father and my brother also started with their riding bikes and exercising. So they bought these kind of bicycles that they you can lift it with your finger, with one finger. It's not heavy. Of course, I lift it with my hand, no? They with their fingers, but it's not heavy at all.
Yes,
They
and
can with
and
their
and the design of that bikes are simply beautiful.
yes, and they're not difficult to ride whenever you are in a hill. For example, you're going up in a hill. They're very soft.
Yeah, exactly. I want some of that bikes. I will go to buy one to Russia. I think that there will be one, and I will buy it because it's so useful. At least for me, it's so useful.
Mhm. Yeah. And you can move around also in your bike. And something good about bikes that I have been thinking about lately is like no matter if they for example can be old, still they work. No, you just need to have good tires and that's it.
Yes, good tires and like taking care of the chain, and it's like that. You don't need anything more.
Exactly, yes. Correct. So yeah, and plus there you don't pay taxes, and I think as a car, so for me it's like they are the cheap means of transportation. So
Yes, it helps you like it helps you in the way that using a bike teaches you and not being like so dependent of using transportation like taxis or something.
exactly, and they are more environmentally friendly.
Exactly, they are more environmentally friendly. You do exercise, and you have more fun. Like riding a bike is funny. You
Hmm.
entertain a lot.
Yes, that's true. All right, well, where do you do it? So where do you ride your bike usually?
Okay, as I told you, I used to go to a school in that bike every day. My school is not far from my house. It's like I live in Irpavi, and my school was in Calacoro. And it's not far. It's like 2 kilometers, and it's not so much. But when I And when I used to go with my friends, we used to reach like Rio Abajo, Carreras, Valencia, and that kind of places.
Right. And is there any other place that you would like to go on your bicycle?
And what? What did you say?
Is there any other place that you would like to visit, maybe riding your bike?
Yeah, there are a lot. I always wanted to go to Los Yungas on a bike, like for the road of the death, or that way. That is one of my dreams. And also, I would like to go like for the highway until Oruro, Cochabamba, and that kind of places, just to travel and having that experience.
All right. So the death road. But aren't you
That
scared?
road. What?
Aren't you scared?
No, because the death road is like my friend went on that on when a trip went to a trip there, and he told me, and it's like a road that it's like a road that is unhabitated. Like there isn't someone because there is another road, and the that road is not used anymore. It's more used by and how do you say cyclists.
The cyclist, yes.
Okay, but it's more used by the cyclists, people that go there in their quadra tracks, in their motorcycles, and it's not so dangerous. Like if you go on a car, it's dangerous because the way is too strength, too like estrecho. How do you say
Narrow? Narrow.
narrow?
Yes, narrow.
Okay,
Estrecho.
it's that. So if you go on a car, it's dangerous for you. But if you go on a bike or like that, it's not so much.
Okay, all right. And who do you do outdoor activities with?
When I used to go to my school, I used to go alone by myself and return to my house by myself also. And with when I used to go to Mayasa, to Carreras, to Valencia, I used to go with my friends. I had a well, I have a, now they are still being my friends. With four friends, yes, that are called Manuel, Ivan, Daniel, and Francisco. With them, with anything, anyone else, I think. Yes, just with them.
Okay. And who shares the same interests as you?
On riding bikes,
Yes, riding a bike.
I have two friends that especially loves doing this. I have one friend called Miguel that he loves riding bikes. He usually go until the tooth of devil, I think, La Muela del Diablo here in Bolivia, every weekend, like by himself. And I have another friend that always loves to ride a bike. He always tell me like we should go to Los Yungas like that. I think that these two persons, yes.
All right. And how often do you take part in outdoor activities?
Um, Nowadays, as we know, we can't take part in outdoor activities, but when we could, like 1 year and a half ago, yeah, more or less, I used to do these outdoor activities every weekend. And when I used to go to my class, to my school on my bike, like every day, I think every day of the week, if we yeah, if we talk completely about it, every day of the week.
And how do you feel after activities? Like after doing this specific activity?
Mm, when I returned to my home, after riding a bike until Valencia or like that. I I feel tired. I used to feel tired, of course, but I used to feel happy. Like I don't know, it was it was worth it because it's beautiful. You share time with your friends, and it's like beautiful. Yes, I feel good. I'm tired, but good.
All right. And what benefits do you get from outdoor activities?
I think that you can get a lot of benefits, like um being a more sociable person, and being more sociable, having more, practicing your conversation with people that you don't know, um, and just like being more friendly. I think more friendly, more sociable. Practicing your social skills. I think that will be yes the benefit, the principal benefit.
All right. And let's see. Do you usually play sports outdoors?
Um, and nowadays I think not. Like not usually. The sport that now nowadays practice is like go to the gym, do anything else. I play football like once a month or once two in 2 months. But like 1 year ago, yes, I think yes. I used to play football every day in my school. I think that could be.
All right. And is there maybe an outdoor activity that you would like to practice nowadays if you had the opportunity or the possibility?
Yes, there are a lot because this pandemic has like trapped us in a jail. And if I have the opportunity to do like everything, like I don't know, even um um throwing in parachute, I think tirarse en paracaídas. I don't know how do you say that.
The parachute is parasailing.
Yeah, exactly. If it presents me the opportunity to parasailing or doing um everything, I would take the decision of do everything that comes to me, because this pandemic has taught me that I have to live, because we never know when will it be another pandemic, and we and we will be like indoors for another year or 2 years.
All right, okay. So you will do all the activities that you could do.
Exactly, all activities that I could do, I would do everything. We
Mhm.
don't care without um I forgot, without miedo. I don't. How do you say miedo? I forgot.
Scared?
What?
Scared?
Without skirt. Yes, exactly like that.
All right. And why are children less interested in outdoor activities nowadays? What do you think?
Hmm. I don't think that we have to generalize, because there are a lot of children that I see children that like playing in the playing football in the street like that, and I like seeing that. But I think that we don't have to generalize. But it's true that there are some children, a lot of children, and that are less interested in outdoor activities. I think there is principally because of the education that they receive, because their parents like I think that it could be their parents don't didn't share more time with them when they were more more child, more babies, I think, and that's why that children don't have the skill of the social skill, good press, don't have a social skill, and that's why they don't like to go outdoors and play with some other kids in the street or in a park. I think that could be a reason.
Okay. But well, is there a difference, do you think that there exists this difference between children nowadays and children before, saying 10 years ago or 20 years ago?
The what? The branch?
Yes, if you think that there is a difference between children nowadays from children 10 years or 20 years ago, what is the
Um,
difference? Do you think there is really a difference or not?
yes. I don't like generalizing, like because I know that there are children that are as same as like 20 years ago. Like they like go to the park, they like playing football. They are not interested in technology. But if we generalize, I think that yes, there is a difference because there are a lot of children that are more social contracted. I think more social contracted. Don't like going out. Don't like having another friends. They just like being in their rooms and watching videos, or I don't know, or being in their cell phones or computer. That's why I told me if I had children, I wouldn't let them using a cell phone until he is 15 at least, or 17 at least. Yes, I think
Okay. Yeah, and it's scientifically proved, right, that children shouldn't be using as much cell phones as they do now. And I
yes.
think another thing it's about technology, because if you remember 20 years back, before, it wasn't easy to get a cell phone, and plus cell phones didn't have the same uses that they have now. They barely have cameras, and their cameras were not very good. So we started with cell phones that were huge as bricks. And so, yeah, I think that's the difference also, right? Technology
Yeah,
among them.
principally technology, the accessibility to technology. I think that it could be.
Exactly. Yes, that's it. Accessibility. Yes. And also, I think that because of it, children nowadays were more sociable than they are now, because nowadays they don't talk, not even with their teachers. In classes, in schools, it's like they don't care. They don't talk.
Yeah, they are like more socially contracted, I think.
Yes, and they become every day more and more isolated. It's
Exactly,
like,
isolated. That's the word.
yes, it's like they are themselves with their cell phones. It's like their cell phones is their best friend.
Yeah, it's like they don't like talking to another. They don't like talking to another people. They simply don't like to sharing time with another people. They just like being with their cell phones and computers by themselves.
Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. And also the video games, right?
Yes, I think that it is good when you play video games when with someone that you know in person, like it's your friend, and you tell, okay, let's play this video game tonight, and it's good because you share your time with someone with your friend, with people, and you have fun from your house. But when it's someone that you don't know, yeah, and you give him or her a lot of your attention. Like you say, no, I have to play with him because he's my friend, and you don't even know him, I think that that's bad.
Correct. I agree with you. All right. Well, let's please move on. I think this
Okay.
is it. And is there maybe an outdoor activity that you would like to do, but it is impossible to do it in your country,
Mm, it is impossible in my country.
or it is not possible maybe that you would like to try, or you haven't seen it available?
I think that it could be here in Bolivia. You can go skiing. I think not in La Paz. I think that you can go skiing. I think in the Yimani or in that kind of places. If I'm not wrong, then that is not. I think that one activity that you can't do in Bolivia that can do in another part of the world, it could be like the aerostatic. Um, I don't remember the globus aerostaticus. How do you say this?
Oh, the air balloons?
The air balloons. Yeah, that. You here in Bolivia, you can't do that, or at least I don't know where you can do that. But in other places, yes, it's possible. I think that could be the outdoor activity that I would like to do a lot.
All right, that's nice. Any other outdoor activity that you would like to try?
Mm, this activity could be in Bolivia or not.
Yes, could be here in Bolivia, could be outdoors in Latin
Ah,
America, or
okay.
even overseas, other continents.
Okay, and there are a lot. Um, Paracaidism, I think. But you can do this in Coroico, I think. With no, it's parapente there, but I don't. It's not like the same, but it's similar. I would like to do and to ride it to travel in a zip line. I don't know if it's correct. Go skiing, go surfing, and a lot of activities. Like also, I would like to travel on a camel, like the animals that are in Egypt, the camels. I don't know if I am pronunciating this good.
Oh, a camel? Yes, it's
Camel, yeah.
correct. Hmm.
Traveling on a camel and visiting all the parts of the world that I would like to visit and activities. Yeah, go skiing, go surfing, go hiking, mountains, like that. Everything.
All right, okay. Nice. Let's please move on to the next grammar activity. So you're going to be reviewing in this unit on grammar the use of tag questions. And well, we are going to be reviewing when do we use tag questions and how are they formed, the grammar structure basically. Well, here we have the verb tense, which is the time tense. And here we have the present simple with be, which is the verb to be. So attack questions are basically an affirmation or a negative sentence plus a question. As you see here, we are going to be using a sentence like this one. She is American. And the tag must be negative. Isn't she? Because here in the affirmation, we are using the positive way. On the tag, we will be using the negative. When my first statement is negative, she isn't American, my tag must be affirmative. Is she? For the present simple tense. Remember that the auxiliary for the simple present or present simple is do and does.
Yes.
And here we have, you study English. Don't you? You don't study English, do you? Past simple. Please, can you read on these tags?
Okay. You were at home, weren't you? You weren't at home, were you?
And how would you change this sentence using the auxiliary did? Simple past.
Using the auxiliary did, um, you
You can use any action verb.
yes, 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 I'm thinking about it. We did the question would be didn't you? And the sentence I think you you I don't know. The question would be didn't you? But the question with the sentence what could it be? I don't know.
Well, you have to be using the verb, the action in the simple past tense. For example, you stayed at home, didn't you? You stayed
You stayed.
at
You
home, didn't you?
yes, exactly. Yeah.
Or you,
You read this book.
correct. Or you didn't study at home, did you?
Exactly. You
Mhm.
didn't study at home. Yes.
Well, here, past continuous. Please, can you read on this example?
Okay. Tom was watching TV, wasn't he? Tom wasn't watching TV, was he?
In the
And
present perfect,
the present perfect. He has written 5 letters, hasn't he? He hasn't written 5 letters, has he?
correct. The past perfect tense is a structure that we are going to be reviewing later on. Nevertheless, it is important for you to know that you can apply tag questions to all the grammar tenses. That's why you are seeing this here. And the auxiliary of the past perfect tense is had. In this case, the verb, we are using also the main action of have in the past participle tense, which is also had. That's why we have here to have. You had had lunch, hadn't you? And you hadn't had lunch, had you? Another verb, in order to avoid repetition on the auxiliary, could be you had studied hard, hadn't you? You hadn't studied hard, had you? All right, so you don't repeat the had. Nevertheless, we are going to review also in Model A11 the use of tag questions with specifically this one, all right? Past perfect. Right now, it is very important for you to review this, the first 4, 5 that I show you, and of course, will here. Will, as you know, is the auxiliary for the future structure. And well, here we have two examples using will. Please, can you read on these examples?
Okay. He will read this book, won't he? He won't read this book, will he?
And also we can apply tag questions to modal verbs. We review some of the modal verbs, and yes, we can apply to all of the modal verbs. And here we have an example with the modal that expresses ability, can.
Okay. He can read this book, can he? He can't read this book, can he?
Correct. And well, as you see here, we are using also modals in tag questions. Basically, tag questions are like two sentences or two statements in one question, like two questions in one. We only answer positively or negatively, like we only agree or disagree. For example, she is American, isn't she? Yes, she is. Or no, she isn't.
Okay.
Yes. So we only say yes or no, nothing else. We only confirm or deny the information.
Yes, it's like one has to be in positive and then the next one in negative or vice versa.
Yes, exactly. And don't forget about the comma.
The comma. Okay, yeah, it is.
Yes. There is a comma in between, no? The statement and the tag. Always a comma.
Yeah, okay.
And this is it, the use of tag questions. Well, here we have a practice. I don't know if we will have time enough to finish this
Teacher,
practice, but
I have a
yes,
question. In the present simple, when it says like she studies English, doesn't she? It could be like that.
yes, because don't forget that for the third person singular in the simple present tense, we change the verb into ending s, right? Es, ies, or simply s.
Okay, and the question is with doesn't.
Yes, correct. In case that the sentence is affirmative, then the tag is doesn't.
Yeah.
If the statement is negative, then the tag is with does, affirmative, right?
When the sentence is negative with this example, it will be like she don't study English, does she?
Yes, she doesn't study English, does
She
she?
doesn't. Okay, yes. Study is doesn't study English. Okay, yes, I understand. Yeah.
Yes, and don't forget, right? Because you have to make a modification on the affirmative. In this case, when the sentence is affirmative, you will have to write here with S. For example, she cries every time we see her, doesn't she? Or she cries over everything, doesn't she? She doesn't cry over anything, does she?
Okay.
Yes, in the first statement, we have to add the modification on the third person singular verb.
Okay, and um, these tag questions are possible with present perfect continuous.
Yes, also.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Yes, I think that that could be all.
All right, perfect. So you can apply tab questions to all the grammar tenses, okay? This is very important for you to remember, all grammar tenses.
Okay.
All right, well, there you go. I think we're not going to have time to check on your answers, but don't worry, okay? We will do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Nevertheless, today I will be opening this new unit, the last unit number 4, and we are going to finish, I think, tomorrow. All right, so, or maybe the next day. Okay, so don't you worry if you don't have the time to do the practice. Anyways, we can do the practice tomorrow in classes. That way we
Okay.
can check on your answers, and also I can help you in case that you have any doubts or questions while doing the practice. Okay?
Okay, then I do this practice tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. It's better because we don't have time. It's already time, so don't worry.
Okay.
All right?
Then see you tomorrow, teacher.
Yes, see you tomorrow. Please answer the
Okay.
survey, and that will be it for today.
Okay, yes. Yep, yeah, it is. Okay, teacher, then see you tomorrow. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Have a great
Goodbye.
day. Goodbye.